Today is the big day for Chacha Vauzz as he looks to finally earn that call-up, rounding out spring training. And if you thought he was crushing the ball last episode, well, he picked up his play even more in this last couple weeks of spring training, crushing single after single. The big thing with Chacha Vauzz is about being that pure contact and speed guy, and he put that on full display. It did not matter what team we were facing, what pitcher was throwing. Though surprisingly, most of these hits came from the right side of the plate. Chacha found a way to put them through the infield, into the outfield, and get at least one base runner a majority of the time he was in that batter's box. But he wasn't just hitting singles. He would show off a little bit of some pop, sending some of these to the left and right field gaps as he did here against the Marlins, plating a run and sparking a little something. And of course, whenever Chacha gets on the bases, you know he's going to be a threat to steal. He did that over and over. But he also showed that he has some other abilities to get on the bases. He did get hit twice during spring training. On top of that, a little bit of some patience, one walk. I said a little bit. He also played very well out in the field, racking up double plays coming from both the third and shortstop defenders. He also started a couple himself. All in all, it was a pretty good showing from Chacha out in the field. Just transferred to us, starting to have some fun. Laid down a couple sweet bunts, including this one, just legging that one out by probably about half a step. And whenever we were down 0-2, we'd have a little bit of fun, easily reaching against the Mets. Another Chacha staple is his aggressive base running with no outs. Dribbled over to first, he would go all the way from second to home before the batter could even get to first. But it was not all sunshine and rainbows. Chacha Vauzz misplayed a couple balls, and there were occasionally a slightly errant pass, but nothing that horrific that it wouldn't make sense for a major league player to do. He swung through a couple strikes as well, a few strikeouts throughout spring training. But every time he had a mistake, he'd answer for it, crushing a perfect home run off the top of the scoreboard. That one would fly out 105 exit velo, 415 from the plate. Chacha Vauzz would spark a little bit of life there in the Cardinals, but ultimately would lose that game as the next batter could not hit a single. But his best game, that had to be against New York. Bottom of the first, he would send one to the left center gap, easily finding his way to second with a stand-up double. And then in the very next inning, he would send it to the opposite side gap, once again rounding first, making his way over towards second where he would pull up there. Jumping forward just a couple more innings, bottom of the fourth, a perfect smash back over to left field. This time with a runner in front. Chacha would try to take advantage, but he would get himself into a little bit of a pickle. It's not Chacha Vauzz without some chaos on the base pass, but he would get in safely at second. Batting around in the fourth, he would get another opportunity, and he would respond with his fourth double of the game. Fortunately, the runner would not be safe. But after all of that work, he would be told he's going to AAA. Nolan Gorman makes it as the only man on the MLB playing second base. Thomas Agazy is behind our man in Chacha Vauzz, and we have a couple young guys who we are not familiar with below us. But after such a dominant showing, Chacha Vauzz is feeling massive disrespect. The only thing to do is to just keep on working on what we can work on. So Chacha Vauzz will look to get that fielding upgraded to 55, reaction up to 50. And we will see the clutch also go up by 3 up to 68. All those tokens from his work done during spring training. And unfortunately for Chacha, the only thing to do now is just to get back to work down at AAA. We're going to have to wait to the midway point of this season before we can talk to our agent and potentially request a trade. because I'm sure Chacha is feeling shaded here with the St. Louis Cardinals. Now, have no fret with this cutscene. Vaugh's hair has not changed. But the farm director's calling Chacha Vauzz to let him know, hey, we're going to be in attendance these next couple games, and we expect that you can make the team. After we were just the second best batting average, we should already be on the team. But it's situations exactly like this that create those quote-unquote bad boys of baseball. Is Chacha Vauzz about to go rogue? Well, as he steps up to bat, I don't know what's going on here, but it does look, in fact, like Chacha shaved his head. And he almost took the head off the pitcher. First pitch swinging. It is a single for Chacha Vauzz. We just have to hope that he tucked all of his hair inside that helmet some way, somehow. I don't know about you. That does not look like Chacha Vauzz, but we do put 2 on here. Bottom of the first. Already 1 out here. No chance to steal for Chacha, as this one is going to take a short fly. And it will be second base coming back, trying to throw out Chacha. What's that about? Daniel Jones looking guy out here, trying to have some disrespect even more for Chacha. He's back safely. All right. So Gazy, what do you got? Down here with me. And you're going to barely get that one into the outfield. It will be, honestly, I would count that as an infield single. Loading the bases, though, bottom of the first against Baumeister. That leaves it up to Castro then to try to bring someone home. It's a 2-2 count, 2 outs. Bottom of the first, Chacha Vauzz, dreadless out here. Something weird is happening as that one is hit straight to the third baseman. The out made at second. Bases loaded, no one scores. The Durham Bulls get out of the tough spot. We'll look to the field then as Nick Gordon is up to bat for said Bulls. Chacha Vauzz looking to make a play at first with no one on, no one out. And smacked straight to Chacha. He'll take a few steps in. It just looks so weird without seeing his hair flowing out here. We'll quickly move along then to bottom of the third as the Durham Bulls have taken a 2-run lead. We do have a man on here for Chacha Vauzz, 1 out. Baumeister still on the mound with 30 pitches. Let's see if we can take him for another ride. That one going to be just outside the zone. And Chacha gets a piece, scoops it into left field. Back-to-back singles this time. A bit safer for the pitcher on the mound. Once again, the Redbirds put 2 on here. Now we just need some more hits behind. Let us do a little bit of some running. Lucan Baker ready to hit here. We'll send this one deep left field, but will be caught. Chacha headed back to first. So how about Sagazy, who did have a single, barely getting it through the infield his first go-around? Can he find a gap here? Do we want him to have much success, though? Because with this Cardinal team, I don't trust him. Doesn't matter here as he is caught out by the first baseman. Once again, Redbird strand runners. Chacha Vauzz with a dynamic challenge, bottom of the fifth, as Durham Bulls do tack on 1 more run. No one on, 2 outs. Let's try to go big swinging here for Chacha Vauzz. Baumeister closing in on 70 pitches. See if he gives us anything good here. That one just inside. Oh, and that's definitely not going to be a home run. It won't even be a single. Chacha swings through the low outside pitch, ending up in the dirt, and then gets thrown out at first. So a 2-for-3 day leads us then to bottom of the 8th. Durham Bulls still holding on to that 3-run lead. We have another man on here for Chacha Vauzz. 1 out. And he's trying to turn on that one, but he sends it slow to the shortstop. Just hung up there for him to collect that out. A 500 day, not a bad way to get things going. Top of the 9th, though, surprisingly, Redbirds finally put up some runs. We tie this game up, potentially looking for a walk-off bottom of the 9th. But we got to collect some outs to get to that point, as that one will take a little fly backwards to right field. Caught. Not sure what we had to do out there, but I guess fun to watch as Durham Bulls tack on 4 runs in the top of the 10th. So we got to make sure we get something going here. Leadoff double or better. Why not? Let's try to get a run home here. That's the most important thing for Chacha Vauzz. As Vernon has checked into this game. Foul on pitch 1. And he left that one. But Chacha not able to get quite enough on it. Runner won't advance. Flies out to center. I'll leave it a sub 500 day though for Chacha. But 2 singles right out the gate we will take. Castro trying to keep this game alive as we now have 2 runners on. 1-1 count. This one is going to be popped to left field. They always look like they're going to go to center or right, but Durham, they take that game. And Chacha Vauzz, we got to find out where his hair went. But it appears we get over to the next game. His hair still missing. So not only did the St. Louis Cardinals steal our spot on the major league team, they also stole Chacha's hair. As he's got 2 on, he sends that first pitch foul. Oh, and another one. Chacha swings through. That will be a strikeout. But the Redbirds respond. We will still plate those 2 runners come bottom of the 3rd. I think it's the lack of hair on the back of his head. It's kind of throwing off his momentum, his center of gravity, if you will. As clearly the hit was off there. Barely even gets it to the shortstop, grounding out to first. We'll jump forward as the Redbirds, though, do take the lead. Top of the 4th, 3-2. 1 out, looking to turn a double play here as that one is hit over towards Chacha. Takes a few steps over. Throw it a little bit low, but no problem. Just won't be in time then for the double. Do get the lead runner, though, and send us into a dynamic challenge. With a man on second, we have a 2-run lead. Bottom of the 4th. We are looking... prefer to drive in 1 or more, but the double or better has the token, so let's go there. As a new man is on the mound here to face Chacha Vauzz. That one will be high outside. Vauzz, #1 fan, well, how about you let the St. Louis Cardinals know you want to see us up at the majors? You would think batting about .350 in spring training, getting second highest on the team would be good enough for that. But here we wait. As Chacha with another jog here, it will be in left center, left field for a flyout. As we move along then to bottom of the 6th, that lead still intact, 2 runs. 6-4 with a man on here for Chacha, looking for some late game insurance and left a changeup. Chacha fires that one foul. And he's swinging through another one that's down in the dirt. Clearly, his mind is elsewhere right now. It's probably in St. Louis. As we move down to bottom of the 9th, it is the Durham Bulls taking that lead, 9-8. Quite a few more runs do score while Chacha is off screen. We've seen way too many foul balls from him today, too many pop-up or ground outs. Let's try to drive one in here. Down the third base line. That will get a man from first all the way to third as Chacha digs into second. It will be a double for Vauzz, putting 2 within scoring range. Now we just got to hope that Baker can get us home, retake this lead in the late innings. Vauzz getting that extra step just to get a little bit closer to the home plate. But that one is going straight to third and right over to first, leaving us with just 1 out to play with. The Rodolfo Castro, who's 2 for 4 in this one with a double and a single, 2 for 9 in the season so far. Both of his hits coming in this game. Is a 3-1 count. And low and outside will be a walk. Loading the bases, Thomas Sagazy, who's 3 for 4. Well, we don't want him to do well because he plays our same position, but I sure would love a win here in game 2. And a dribbler over to third, and he strands the bases. Chacha Vauzz wouldn't have done that. We can't really say that that's accurate, but we're going to say that here. That takes us to top of the ninth then, as they already have a man on at second. Up one run, and it's Gillen back again. He's 0 for 4 so far today. Mike Burrows would like to make that an 0 for 5. As we only have one out here, most likely just look for the simple play over at first, as Chacha does cut that one off. Not going to find the gap, but runner does advance over to third. All right, now, this game relies on the batter number 9 for the Redbirds, as we blew a 2-run lead, and that one gets popped up. Will fly to left. Redbirds lose the first 2 games, both of which could have been wins here for us, all because Chacha Vauzz does not have his dreads to show. What happened? I'm just going to show you right here. It clearly shows Chacha Vauzz is supposed to have his hair. It's just gone in game. Maybe we'll earn it back when we do finally get that call up to the majors. We should have already had. They told us that we were about to get called up before the end of last year. We then go to spring training, absolutely dominate. They still don't call our name. Move us to short if needed. I don't care where we play. Just get us to some place where we could get something done. Chacha goes to first here. Runners do advance to second and third, but we ensure we get one out. All right, now those Durham Bull bats have just come ready to play. They've already scored 3 in the top of the first. We move to bottom of the first. Chacha Vauzz has a man on. We're looking for a big hit here. Gonna sit on that one, though. Change up is low outside. And that one was left down the middle. It's good timing. Okay contact, but it's only a few steps for the right fielder to make the out. Good news for the Redbirds. A couple bats do show up as we move to top of the third, drawing this game close again. 3-2. No one on, nobody out. It's 0-2 count for Aiden Smith. And it will be a dribbler over to Chacha, who's going to have to drive in on this one. Look to make a clean throw over to first base, and I just realized we don't have Redmond over there. Did he get the call up and we didn't? Because that wouldn't be fun. In fact, there's a lot of guys on this team I'm not familiar with. So it seems like all the guys we were playing with, they got their call-ups. Chacha dominates, and he doesn't get his. I don't know how I feel about that. We're going to have to leave that up to these farm directors to make it right here. Well, there's a good hit from Chacha. It's good, but unfortunate placement. Just hangs in the air a little too long, and it's another play made out in right. Well, bottom of the fifth. We do tie this game up 3 apiece. Chacha Vauzz, though, 0 for 2 in this game with 2 flyouts to right field. Trevor Martin, he's had our number. And it's going to be a different out this time, but an out all the same. Ground out to first base. Let's try to do something then in the field, because it doesn't seem like the bat is hot in this game number 3, but we just want to pick up a win. We've got 2 out, 2 on. Michael Beal, a new pitcher here in this game. Shuffle step for Chacha Vauzz, and a throw arcing over to the first baseman. Will record the final out of the top of the 7th. While we stretch our legs. Hopefully we're also getting that bat warmed up here as we have a runner on for Chacha Vauzz. Bottom of the 7th. Jake Brents has checked into this game. And he gives us one low under the zone. And another piece of one, but that goes to the first baseman. And the pitcher comes over to sit us down. No luck in this one. 2 straight outs to right field. And then 2 more straight outs to first base. I don't know. Where's your luck? Wherever our hair is, apparently. As we do move along, the rest of the team is doing all right. They do get the lead here. 4-3. We just need 1 more out to get our first win on the season. And that is going to be popped up. Catcher will have to come over and secure the out. And there it is. We get our first win. We were the 2nd worst team in the league last year down here at AAA. Prefer to do a little bit better this year if we are going to be forced to stay down here. But that is where we are going to pull up here for today. It's probably going to be a little bit shorter of an episode, but that's because we spent a lot of time getting into this real part of the episode, doing all the rest of that spring training. And I want to hear from you all down below in the comments. Has this happened to you? Did you have a guy show up, your director, whatever, at AAA saying, hey, you're about to be called up to the majors. Then the season ends. You get sent to spring training. You absolutely dominate spring training, better than majority of the players up there. And then you get sent back down still? I don't know. That seems a little bit rough. But it's honestly just about as rough as the fact that our hair's not showing up either. And I already went into this and checked, and it's technically still selected. So I don't know what happened. I even changed it to the bangs short and then went back. I don't know. Perhaps his hair will be back next time. But Chacha Vauzz, he's not feeling too happy right now. Also, let me know if you guys want this series to continue, or if you would like to see us jump over to a franchise, as this series was really just to teach me how to play the game before we jumped into a franchise. I know the views on it are a little bit up and down, so if you are enjoying this series, let me know. You can leave Chacha a nice little note down in the comments, or you could go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. And if you guys are enjoying all of the content coming to this channel outside of just MLB The Show, college football on Monday and Friday, and of course the Jaguars yesterday, Wednesday, who just had a triple header, a pretty fun episode. We changed the format there. Hit that bear icon in the bottom right corner, or scroll down and hit that sub button, and don't forget to tap that bell icon so you're notified of when all these videos go live. Chacha Vauzz, though, he's been playing red hot. He should be up with the Cardinals right now, but we're just gonna have to wait until either we are allowed to request a trade, or we do finally get that call up that we have well earned. But we'll see when that happens, hopefully next time.